It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And able to elude 1 tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 catches, 134 yards, and the score, too.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newman. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a gain of 14.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
so from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, already down in his play sheet.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. second down and inches. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Newman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's across midfield.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. Powering forward. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time. Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Richardson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando.
A quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now back to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. A gain of 3, second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Richardson has it. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Richardson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely
That was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 58 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Visitors 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they take a knee. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So with that mean 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other.